Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Katie.
We're here at Turnstone World Headquarters today. We're going to show you how to put together a bivy table for two. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab a leg here. The leg's really nicely designed to do a couple things. One, the center window here is where we dock in the trough, and we'll show you how that happens in just a second. And then these slots, top and bottom, are to hang other things, accessories and so forth. So, first thing we'll do is get the leg ready over here. Katie's just going to rest one leg, one end of the trough on the ground. There's a lip on the end of the trough. I'm going to bring it into the window here. I'm going to line it up. That's great. I'm going to line it up with a little peg that's on the inside of the window. That just shows me that everything's centered. And then Katie, would you hand me that hex driver?
There you go.
You'll notice in the box you received a hex driver. You simply put it into the top of the screw head here and tighten things down.
I'll just grab the other leg and get it ready.
And once we've got this tightened up, what we'll do is lift the other end of the trough, dock it in place, same as this one. I'm starting to feel this tighten out, by the way. I'm noticing that the tops are drawing closer together, so now the top of the trough is level with the top of the leg. That one's perfect. And we'll just repeat the same thing over here. Lifting up, draw the leg into place. Drop it in like that. Is it lined
Please
up with a
come
little?
to the right just a little bit. There we go.
Perfect. Should I tighten it down?
Yep. And there's a little bracket under here that just slides right up as he tightens. So I just want to make sure that's in the right spot.
Once we get done here, what we'll have is a really sturdy structure, and we'll be ready to put on the brackets that hold the tabletops, and quickly we'll go from a few parts to a table for two. This one's ready. Good to go. So table for two has a couple different options for power. One is for 2 sets of 4 outlets. We can add an additional set of 4 outlets for a total of 8 outlets if we want to. We're going to show you how to do that much power. That'll happen next. If you ordered your table for two without power, you can ignore this part. So this is a 4 outlet power strip. Thank you, Katie. Notice a couple things. One, there's some thumb knobs on the bottom. We want to take these off because these are what are used to attach the outlet strip to the inside of the trough. First thing we do is drop the cords and so forth into the slot. Just let them drape to the floor. Before I let this go entirely, notice this other plug. This is a pretty specialized plug. This allows us to gang power strips together. And there's a sympathetic connector over here. So they're color coded. You can't screw it up. Red to red. There's an orange to orange, so forth. So we're just going to drop these in here for now.
So I'm just loosening up these thumb screws over here too.
This one's in place. I'll get these going down here. Yeah, we'll take care of these cords in a minute. They manage really nicely in a cavity in the underside of the trough, and we'll show you how that works. Now we're going to simply get down here and attach the thumb screws again, and our outlet strips will be in place and ready to go. Okay, so we've got the plug strips all tightened in and we're ready to hook up our electrical. Simply, as we said before, red to red, so plug these 2 pieces together. We'll bring those together, everything will tuck up into the underside of the trough. We'll take any of the excess cables and wires we have and tuck them into the underside of the trough too, leaving just open what we need to plug into the building. And we're ready to go. We mentioned that we're going to put a lot of power into this table for two, and so we already installed a total of 8 outlets. We're going to add 8 more. The way we do that is to knock out the little knockout cover that's built into the face of the trough. Katie, do you still have that hex head driver that we were playing with earlier?
I do.
So this is kind of a handy tool. Not only is it a driver, but if you use it right, it's a hammer. You'll notice that the knockout is a perforated steel window that right now is closed. So we're just going to tap on it with the butt of the driver see what happens? We start to get it to knock out. Just be careful that you don't cut yourself. You want to bend around a little bit. Just feel free to force it a little, bump it a little more if you need to. Away it goes, and we've just created a window to put our next power outlet into.
Cool. Here, I'll take that.
Oh, thank you.
And I will grab the next
Excellent.
outlet. There's this
So again,
one.
the same outlet box that we used previously. Color-coded connectors here. Notice that we have some different colors, an orange and also a green-red combination. We noticed when we put the other one together that it had an orange connective point, so we'll be using orange to orange as we connect to the source that's already there. Right, so now our power's in. If you didn't have power in your table for two and you did something else during this portion, welcome back. We're now going to put the back pocket and the tabletop on. First, we're going to need a couple brackets.
Okay. This one is the right one.
Brackets are labeled left and right, and it's noted right on the inside of the bracket itself. By the way, left or right is if you're facing, from the user side, the tabletop. So this one's right. I'm just going to put it into the slot here, dock it up in place, let it gravity fall, push it back as far as it'll go, and it's ready. Katie's is too. So, simple step. Now we're going to put on the back pocket. Back pocket's over here. Back pocket's kind of handy. You can store things in it, drop cables and wires in it and so forth. A couple things to point out. One, just in case you need a little help, there's a little tag that ships with the back pocket that says, this end back, which means that the side with the cutout, and by the way, an additional knockout to get at power, if you had it installed down here, can be knocked out. That all faces the trough itself. And it just simply, again, slots into place and gravity drops. And now it's ready to go. So we're almost there. Next thing we have to do is put on the tabletop. Tabletop is, again, a really simple operation. Let's show the underside here a minute, Katie.
Okay.
Notice that on the underside back, or the interior part, are two black tabs. These tabs lock into place on the lip here. Watch how easy this is. Okay, slots in place. Just going to check under here, make sure that our tabs are lined up.
I just had to
Yours is
nudge
good?
mine a little bit, and
Yeah.
it went right into the spot. Yep.
Mine is too. It's good to go. And now thumb screws. We're just going to bring the thumb screws up under the underside and tighten them in. And we're good to go. And you just want to do these until they simply won't turn anymore. It's a really nice connection. Wait for it. There we are. You're all good?
Yes.
Perfect. There you go, one side of a table for two. One more thing. We have a couple covers. Covers cover the back pocket
Thank you.
in case we don't want that open, and it's certainly your option. The cover just sort of completes the back of the work surface on the either side. Drops into place, leaving a pocket in the middle, or we can move it around back and forth. It's up to you. This side's done.
Great.
Voila. Our table for two is halfway complete. We're just going to complete it and then add a few accessories at the edges and we'll be done. So again, brackets first. I need the left.
That's what I thought.
And the back pocket.
There we go.
And the tabletop. All right, we're going to end up by just putting in the trim caps. Ma'am, your table for two is ready.